Okay, there we go.
If everyone could take a seat, please, we'll begin shortly. Justin, that means you. Hey everybody, our showcase is beginning now. My name is Jess. My name is Ava. We're your MCs. So welcome to our China Think Local School Showcase. Our showcases are an opportunity for students to show off the projects they've been working on the entire term. We're very excited for you all to see them. We'd also like to thank the Concordia International School of Shanghai for welcoming us to their school in the Boston Queens because it's been really, really great. Now we welcome on stage our next school, Barista.
Thank you so much. I look at that photo and I'm struck by how much you guys have grown in a year, and that for some of you, we only have 3 showcases left after this. That's a big deal.
It's not like that really.
I'm impressed by the development from your India term showcase. Although the dance team probably is one of the best dance teams I've ever seen in my life. Kudos to Matt and Adnan on that one. This showcase, I kind of want to draw back to a memory of a conference I once was presenting at. I was presenting with a student teacher. Actually hired him, he's actually still in Doha. And we were talking about a special relationship that a teacher and a student teacher have as they mentor each other along. And we use mentorship here a lot, that's why it's important. And so for this showcase, we're talking about the hero's journey, about how a wise old mentor teacher would kind of school a younger teacher. And so my wife, God bless her soul, sewed us up Jedi outfits for this conference. And during lunch, I stood up with my mentee and we advertised, hey, come to our showcase, come to our event, come to our conference. And we were really excited about it. We had our outfits on, you know, we put it all out there. And then we go into our conference room, and the only people at our conference room were 2 staff members that were out of like 500 people that were at this conference. But as they say, the show must go on, despite who comes. It's not necessarily who's watching your showcase, it's really how much heart and soul you put into it, and we gave the best presentation ever, complete with outfits. I still have those outfits, so maybe you could persuade me to show up at one of the showcases in the near future in a Jedi outfit. So I wish you all the best today. I know you worked your heart out. I'm looking forward to seeing all of your stuff, and I appreciate all the effort you put into it. So that's an interesting photo. We'll see what happens in the next 12 months as we lose half of our student population. As we lose half of our student population, and I really want you to focus on that because we have, this term is over and it flew by for me, it flew by really fast. It probably flew by really fast for you guys. But we only have 3 terms left with half of our student population. And I really want you to enjoy their company, enjoy their work together, and really cherish these moments because this moment in time passes so fast. So with that, I hand it back over to Ava and Jess. Okay, here you go.
Thank you, Dean, for your very wise words. Next, we're going to be welcoming Adnan Rashmich, our principal.
So ready for this. All right. talked a little bit about the time and how much we've grown and we've changed as a community and as a group. And this term in particular has flown by. And even though it is our year 2 of our Change Making program, it is a term that marks a lot of the first ones, a lot of the first time that we've done certain things. The first one is, it's the first term for some of our staff members. Gareth, even though he might be down. Tiffany, Vega, and Sam, it's been a pleasure having you join our cohort and watching you grapple with all things TGS. So thank you for jumping on board and dedicating yourselves to our students. It's the first time our returning staff and all of our students had to welcome new members of our community. So students, thank you for being welcoming and being patient. And Rowena, Karen, Rachel, Adam, Matt, and Shell, thank you for taking the time to not only support our students, but also guide, teach, advise our new staff members. It's the first time we're in Shanghai, obviously, and at Concordia. And I just wanted to say thank you to Concordia for sharing their resources with us this term as we spend these 7 weeks here. Like Jamie said, it is also the first term of the senior year for some. We're going to keep referring back to that, clearly. So, make an effort to strengthen the relationships that you've built over your time here at TGS. And really continue to explore your passions for learning throughout this year. We appreciate everything you've done over the past year and, well, not and a half, year and something. And we're really looking forward to everything you're going to accomplish for the rest of the year and the tone that you're going to set for our little juniors coming up. It's also the first showcase that Rachel and Karen have been working on together. So thank you both for dealing with all the logistical details, extinguishing all the potential fires, but most importantly, feeding us. And finally, even though it is our first showcase of the year, it's not the first time that you, all of our students, especially our showcase squad and their helpers, have once again managed to impress us with your creativity, ingenuity, dare I say, hard work, totally no last-minute changes whatsoever. Be proud of everything you have accomplished this term and have on display today, because we are proud, and we are proud of you and everything you do every single day. Enjoy the celebration of you and your hard work, and just know that there is pizza until you know. Good luck.
All right, next up we have Ina. She will be presenting today the beauty of classical guitar music. Relax purpose listening, with no goal and no rush, for the sake of opening all of your senses to receive this piece. Next, we're going to have Charlotte, who this term has been working on choral awareness, and she'll be showing a video called The Bends using poetry. This is called The Bends. Put yourself beneath 16 feet of water, numb, where you stay, soundless. As colors, electric, synthetic, embedded in lungs, breathless in this moment, it lives and lives. Forever, it's not as you left it. I am as soundless as it was, soundless as it screams now. You search for a point to focus on,
Watch how the colors drain, the ocean escapes. Magnetic pushes and pulls, vessels of air, a lifeboat, bubbles float up as you exhale, soundless. Callous-charged eyes stare down, innocent of knowledge. I never thought bacteria could keep me safe. I am reefs made of silk.
Now we have Kev Shet, who is presenting his learnings surrounding Taoism from his experiences with the traditional Chinese medicine module and practicing Kung Fu at the Shaolin Temple.
People want a great many things in life. Some people want a big house, some people want a fancy car, but most of all, what people want is happiness. So this is going to be about my 7-week journey to becoming a Taoist. I'm just joking. As a disclaimer, before this entire speech, I want to say that I'm probably one of the most skeptical people you will ever meet considering religion and philosophy in any shape or form. However, the rest of the speech is going to explain some of the insights I've gained from examining Taoism as a philosophy further. Now, if everybody could please stand up and follow me. Feels really weird, doesn't it? Guess what? I devoted my Tuesday and Thursday afternoons to perfecting this exact movement for Qigong. So I did this for 7 weeks straight. So during the sessions, I was asked to relax, and I really tried to, but you see, I'm an incredibly active person, and when I'm told to move in an incredibly slow and specific way, I just get very frustrated, because I'm not able to move around and jump around the way that I really want to. So I had to do Qigong as part of my traditional Chinese medicine module, which examined a lot of different things that seemed somewhat unrelated to me. So we learned about the nervous system, about Qigong, about Kung Fu, acupuncture, pain receptors, herbs, and we looked at a lot of pictures of tongues, which is really weird. And throughout all of these different things that we learned about, there were references to this thing called the Tao. And I kept wondering, what is this Tao? What are people talking about? So eventually I decided to research what Tao was referring to. So this is a photo of us during week sport. We did Kung Fu. We look pretty cool, don't we? But it's a very different story when you realize that these uniforms are 100% polyester and it's 30 Celsius outside, and you have to do Kung Fu in front of tons of tourists that are taking photos of you constantly. So that becomes a very different situation. And throughout this, we were also told about this thing called the Tao. So now I'm going to go into what actually this is. So Taoism is a philosophy that originated in China over 2,000 years ago. It's something that permeates it's not something that's just Taoism, it permeates Chinese culture as a whole, and even in areas that are not originally thought to be Taoist. So it focuses on unity and opposites. It encompasses thought practice that is viewed both as philosophical and as religious, and it focuses on the nature of reality, longevity, and moral life, rulership, and regulating consciousness. So when I was first introduced to these underlying concepts behind Taoism, I found it very confusing because most philosophies start by teaching, in a sense, a dogma that defines a person through what the philosophy says they are. While Taoism begins in the opposite manner, it starts by teaching a truth. So Taoism can be broken down into three core principles that really define this philosophy. And I'm going to go into depth over these. So let's start with this one. The first one is the value of life. I'm starting with this because I agree with it the most. This one is focused on self-care. So Taoists believe that life is the most valuable thing and they pursue immortality. They believe they can do this through exercise and regular meditation and also regulating themselves and abiding by some moral code of ethics. They believe that you have the power to prolong your life as long as you follow these principles. So this seems completely reasonable and something that almost everybody should at least be aware of if they're not already implementing it in some shape or form into their lives. Taking care of yourself in different ways. So the second underlying concept behind Taoism is yin and yang, and you have all probably seen this symbol before. So yin and yang are opposites that can be thought of rather as complementary than opposing. So they support each other. So if I were to put this into physics terms, this would be the third law of physics, Newton's third law, which is for every action there must be an equal and opposite reaction. So each aspect contains the beginning point of the next. So if I were to put it like this, there's no light without darkness, there's no intelligence without stupidity, there's no bravery without fear. So let's move on to the third concept that supports Taoism. And this is the Tao, the way. This is the most important concept within Taoism, but it is also one of the most difficult to understand. So the Tao exists beyond all form because there is no form of Tao. So in the words of the great Taoist sage Lao Tzu, that which can be named is not the true Tao. To the Taoists, there is no separation between the journey and their destination. So if they're on the journey, they have already reached their destination. So this is all very confusing. And I'm going to use a metaphor that our Kung Fu master during the weeks told us, which is that when you want to cross a river, there are very many different ways of crossing this river. Some people might choose to build a raft, some people might use a dinghy, some people might use a different type of boat, some people might choose to swim. So there's very many ways of achieving the Tao. Taoists pursue this thing called Wu Wei, which means effortless action or non-action. In a sense, this means living harmoniously with the world outside. And there's very many ways of achieving this. You can do this through sport, you can do this through your work, through education, through religion, through philosophy. Essentially anything you could name could be applied to this concept. So I want to share part of a quote with you that really influenced my thinking over the past few weeks. When you step out lightly through the world, you are but lightly affected by it. But when you pass through events with a deeper tread, their tricks and schemes are profound. So what does this actually mean? I find that if you guys remember the beginning of my speech, I tend to have a lot of difficulties going through certain types of experiences. And I've realized that I face these difficulties when I create expectations of experiences before I've had them. And most of the time, this causes me more harm than good, because even if the experience ends up being good, it most likely doesn't meet those expectations I've set up for myself. So Taoism teaches you to live in the moment. This has been my greatest takeaway from all of these experiences that I've had over the past 7 weeks. So if you put little to no effort into what you're doing, you will likely receive little to no return. But if you put as much effort into what you are doing right now, the end result will be good, whether that be an experience or a piece of work. So to really explain this concept to you guys, when you set out to build a wall, you can't just build a wall all at once. You go brick by brick, and what you can do is you can lay each and every one of these bricks as perfectly as a brick could ever be laid, and eventually, you'll end up with a really, really nice wall. So what I've realized is that when you spend your life thinking about the future, thinking ahead, you cannot really live your life. Because if you start working towards a future, thinking about a certain type of future, you never actually get to a moment where you can enjoy it. Because you're still going to be trapped in this never-ending cycle of thinking about what's next. And then you find yourself at 45 years old and realizing that you're still the same old person that you haven't gotten anywhere. So there's 5 things that I really want you guys to remember from the end of this talk. So number 1, take the time to take care of your body. Number 2, take the time to take care of your mind. Number 3, things are not always the way they seem. It's all a matter of perspective. And if you're focused on the process, but not the product, you've already achieved your goal. And finally, the right way to do this.
I'm very inspired. I'm going to change the way I live my life. So next up, we're going to have a particularly thrilling talk by Paula, who is going to be letting us know about her experiences with roller coasters and physics at Disney World Shanghai. Well, it's not completely a talk, it's more of a video. But I decided of all topics, of all projects I could have done, to look into something that I'm really interested in, that's Disney. And from Disney, I looked into roller coasters. And from roller coasters, I've been really afraid of them since I was quite young. And what made me really afraid of them was this feeling of suddenly feeling like you're going to fall off your seat or that you're just becoming really heavy. And then I realized that's part of physics. So I looked into physics in Tron, a roller coaster in Disney Shanghai. And then I went with a group of people, individuals, to test this theories that I've learned. And I created a short video explaining G-forces that are that feeling that makes through.
about the One Road and to gauge the facts about the political, economical, and the environmental impacts of this initiative. Turns out this is also my personal initiative, so I've been researching about this topic for the past 4 weeks, and I've looked even further into some of the country's stances on the initiatives and their impacts on China and the world. So when China's party leader Xi Jinping first announced his plan for a Silk Road economic belt and 21st century maritime Silk Road in the fall of 2013, the concept sounded vague and it was difficult to interpret. While this remained true in many respects, the Belt and Road Initiative, or the BRI, as the overall policy is now called, has since been fleshed out into 2 policy documents. In these documents, the Chinese authorities define broad and very ambitious goals. Beijing wants to connect participating countries' infrastructure, but also encourage them to open their markets to China and facilitate trade to link their financial markets to China's to strengthen the societal or the people-to-people relations and even align their overall economic development policies with China's. Projects on the ground are the best indicator for how Beijing aims to achieve these goals. 5 years since the launch of this project, China has invested more than 25 billion USD into the projects, into single BRI-related infrastructure projects, according to the MERIC's BRI database. Not included are the projects still under construction or in the planning phase, which involves much larger investment volumes. The map below shows railroads, pipelines and port projects. Projects in these areas usually receive the highest media attention, but they do not necessarily involve the largest investments. The Americ's BRI tracker, an ongoing series of analysis and mappings, therefore also keeps track of investments into sectors such as power generation and transmission, as well as digital and financial infrastructure, amongst others. So it's clear by now that the BRI is about much more than gaining market access and shares, securing trade routes and energy supplies, as well as exporting Chinese industrial overcapacities to faraway construction projects. This initiative is a key part of Xi Jinping's grand foreign policy to increase China's influence in its regional neighborhood and beyond. So over the past year, the three things have emerged to provide the context for Xi's initiative. The BRI, first, is a long-term project. It has a global scope, for second, and lastly, it's not limited to economic goals, but it also has, for fourth, a growing security component. But first of all, the BRI is here to stay. Initial doubts about the initiative's longevity have been dispersed. In the fall of 2017, the BRI was introduced into the Chinese Communist Party's constitution. And so the CCP is also ensuring a flow of financing into these BRI projects, even as it introduces capital controls that make it harder for Chinese companies to invest abroad. It still channels funds into specific sectors and regions, and the BRI policy goals have a strategic priority. The excessive debt levels of many party countries receiving Chinese loans have, however, sparked concerns about the BRI's financial sustainability and have been mobilizing private investments in commercial lending a priority for Beijing. So there are a number of 23 countries that are either significantly in debt or in serious debt distress to China for participating in this BRI initiative. This is not to take into account some of the other countries that have been prosperous due to the BRI initiative. However, these debt problems that these 23 countries are facing will lead to these countries being dependent on China for economic growth. As political independence will be offered as an alternative for these countries to thrive. Examples have already shown itself in other countries such as Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and Kazakhstan. If infrastructure is a critical engine of growth in these developing economies, then debt financing is the fuel for that engine. Public borrowing is to support productive investment in central development narratives of today's wealthy countries, and it continues to drive growth in these emerging economies. However, there is also considerable evidence indicating that significant negative impacts on countries and their people when governments incur too much debt. So when government borrowing is not accompanied by enough economic growth and revenue generation to fully service this debt, it can generate a downward spiral that inevitably ends in the need for debt restructuring and reduction. So domestic spending on infrastructure and social services have to be sacrificed in order to service this debt with the problem compounded when these governments borrow additional funds to meet debt servicing needs.
So, while political and economic aspects of BRI are greatly emphasized most of the time, what's often neglected is the environmental impact of the project. And for that reason, I focused on the environmental concerns of BRI in countries involved, their environmental legislations, and etc. As you can see in this pie chart, more than 30% of all BRI project is energy related, some of them being coal power plants project and others being hydro energy plants. On top of that, another 30% of the project are infrastructure projects, including the building of ports, roads, railroads, and more. Both of these have significant environmental impact and are related to major projects in the participating countries I looked into, which are Pakistan, Kazakhstan, and Sri Lanka. So we'll look into a bit more in these three specific countries and some conflicting points within their approaches in terms of environment. So first, let's talk about Pakistan. Pakistan is one of the major participants in BRI. So CPEC, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, involves multiple energy-related projects. Specifically, the majority of CPEC projects consist of coal-fired power plants projects, and these projects are worth $63 billion US. The primary environmental law of Pakistan requires environmental impact assessment as mandatory prerequisite for most construction sectors, including energy, mining, transportation, and etc. Also, the new Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, and the party he's from, PTI, actually puts much emphasis on environmentally sustainable development compared to other parties, with their ambitious billion tree planting project and some promises for greater funding on sustainability in the future. However, the vast majority of Pakistani citizens, media, and authorities see coal power plants as the golden chance for Pakistan, despite it being intrinsically environmentally destructive. So that's some of the points that we'll have to keep an eye on. And the next is Kazakhstan. So the main environmental law of Kazakhstan is Environmental Code of 2007, which sets the Ministry of Environmental Protection as its main regulator. And under the authority of this regulator, it is required that all projects involved in either construction, mineral sector, or agriculture industry have to go through environmental impact assessment. However, there are so many loopholes to this law. For instance, there are no statement on the responsibility. There's no statement that says certain kind of responsibility on the authority to enforce penalty upon those who violate the law. And on top of that, the penalty described in the legal documents are very marginal, with 2,400 USD being the biggest possible fine for not conducting environmental impact assessment at all. So that's significantly small for national level projects, right? And the last country that I looked into was Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, in fact, has relatively detailed regulation on environment. And one of two of the regulations that I looked into was the Coast Conservation Act and the Marine Pollution Protection Act, as it directly relates to their main BRI project, which is the Hambantota Port project. So these regulations order creation of inventory on coral reefs, mineral deposits, investigations on scenic and religious value, coastal phenomena, and many more in great detail. But however, currently, Hambantota Port is under Chinese government control, as it was leased to China due to some debt issues. Now that Sri Lankan law is not applicable for this project, the environmental prospect of the project is pretty uncertain. It's also something we have to keep an eye on. Just, yeah.
So the incentives for making these shifts towards ecological modernization and domestic environmental policies are now clear. As China has pursued deeper integration into the world's economy, for instance, by welcoming foreign direct investment or FDI and joining in 2001 the World Trade Organization, it can no longer afford to ignore the policy prior vision by which global Western consumers, the main buyers of Chinese products, make their purchasing choices. So in 2003, when President Hu Jintao took office with the promise of modernization and development, environmental sustainability was mentioned for the first time on a par with economic growth. The two notable proxies of ecological modernization, namely the concerns for global environmental problems such as climate change and participation in multilateral environmental agreements, gradually appeared in China's official policy position, becoming in the mid-2000s a well-established domestic policy item. In September 2015, President Xi Jinping pledged US dollars of $2 billion for new global sustainable development goals adopted at the UN summit in New York on 21st to the 27th September 2015. So arguably in the last several years, China has introduced all three elements of ecological modernization into its domestic environmental governance. First, China has adopted a number of market-based and voluntary instruments in addition, and sometimes instead of, traditional and rigid command and control policies. Moreover, an increasing number of Chinese companies have pursued environmental measures outside of officially adopted standards, mostly under external market pressure for higher ecological standards. This trend is best illustrated by the rapidly growing number of voluntary environmental management certification schemes. So in the late 1990s, Chinese companies began to pay attention to voluntary environmental standards, starting with the Stockfish tax, for example, the ISO 14001, to ensure that the products met the standards of ecological management adopted in OECD countries, which is a list of highly developed countries. From 2000 onward, the number of ecological management certificates issued to Chinese companies grew sharply to bring China by 2007 to the position of a world leader in those ISO 14001 certificates. Thank you.
So, for those of you that don't know, we have two kinds of projects here at TGS. We have personal projects that the students design, and we have teacher-led modules that are student-driven. We have 3 teacher-led modules each term, about 10 students in each one. One of them was traditional Chinese medicine. Through combining diet, exercise, philosophy, healing techniques, the Chinese have found a way of living that interacts with the natural world. For thousands of years, the Chinese have used traditional Chinese medicine to take care of their people. Our students have spent the last 7 weeks exploring Western biology and research methods alongside TCM, and they have a cool video. So, go TCM, good job, guys. we found ways to tell the stories of urbanization by listening to real migrant experiences and coming up with our own interpretations of that. That was in the Made in China module. It was really cool. So we were looking at a lot of things. We were looking at industry, innovation, and environmentalism. We were looking at politics and history, and we were looking at game design. And so we have been working in these past couple of weeks on creating a board game that allows users to explore history and industry in China, which is the tagline for our board game. So now we're going to have time to look at each module's things. I think maybe China and TCM are both over there. And a group of Journey Home students are going to be doing an experience type of thing upstairs. You just have to go upstairs and turn left. And you get to a place of only 14 people at a time up there. We're going to do 30-minute shifts. So 30 minutes, you get to either be one of the 14 people up there or over there, and then 30 minutes switch and go see something else. So if we could split like right down the middle, how convenient is that? Let's have this half move upstairs if you're not a student, but most of you are, and then this half can stay down here.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I know. I just kind of asked her. Yes, it's good. Oh, you up here?
I did the live stream into the. You can be ready. Ow.
Go coolin'.
Hey.
How many people we got? 4 people. Oh, that's carry this right?
Yeah, this is very bad.
Battery. Oh, that's hard to carry. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna head upstairs. All right, people watching, we're gonna head up to the Journey Home module. Yeah, we're gonna check out this experience. Ooh, lost a viewer. Ouch. All right. What did you just do? Okay. Let's do this. You want to set up a table, Justin, that we're going to put our stories stuff on?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna walk the hallway.
Okay, awesome. Please just wait a couple minutes, live streamers. This is gonna be like the coolest thing that you'll see in a long time. So you just have to set up for a second.
This is gonna be amazing, honestly. It's pretty great.
Okay, are you gonna roll that out there? I'm gonna go head over here. Awesome.
Where did our stories go?
I just took them. They're up here.
No, where are the stories?
They're right there. Because we're gonna roll them out here. Because we're gonna roll them out here, so all the module stuff is together. You can blindfold the live stream? Ooh. Alright, I'll wait for Izzy to give her description in a minute. There's 5 people watching.
Is my parents there?
Last time Jess's parents were commenting, but whoever is watching should comment so we know who's on here.
How many are there?
We got 5. We got 6 now. Amelie's mom is here. Sorry, I don't think Amelie's up here, is she? Oh, bummer. Oh, Muck is watching. Okay, hey Muck.
Hello.
All right.
So, welcome. Before we begin, a disclaimer that this is not a representation of every migrant story. You are now about to enter a simulation of a mind of a person. Not any person, Charlie. Through this experience, you'll be guided through a journey of discovery and sacrifice. Inspired by a collection of true stories, we encourage you to follow, participate, and enjoy. Understanding a little more about human migration in the world's most populous country. Some rules before you enter. Feel free to roam around the room. However, please do not touch anything unless you are instructed to do so. You will be instructed to do so. So when you are instructed to do so, do so. You can take a seat anywhere, on chairs, on the floor, on beanbags, or anything that you feel could hold your body weight. But other than that, enjoy. You are now going to receive some blindfolds. Could you please get into a straight line? And then put your blindfolds on. And then put your blindfolds on.
What's she doing?
The blindfolds, then you don't have to put the blindfolds on.
Just close your eyes.
Yeah.
Imagine they're on.
Get in the line.
Okay. I'm blindfolding them.
Are you in the lab?
It's okay. I'll close my eyes.
Cool. Here, Max. Justin, do you want one? Okay.
Like this experience?
If you want to do it, yeah.
I think I've got to regulate my.
But you can actually see through.
Can you?
Oh, I guess I'll do it.
If you can see, just pretend you can't. Okay, so
Okay. You are blindfolded live stream. That's all this is.
everyone, I'm gonna have a rope. You must all hold on to that.
Oh, bonsoir.
Oh no, I don't have so many hands.
That's Harry. Father Harry.
Hello.
Wait, can you please always write rites of passage?
Wait, there's no rope in my hand.
Wait, how do they spell it? RIGHT? Rights of.
Can you guys all like scooch a bit closer together so that everyone can get a hand on the road? Because it's not long enough.
Yeah, but they say missing rites of passage, which they only did the rite of passage.
Okay, so if you cannot get a hand on the rope, Justin, put your hand on Max's shoulders, Mern, your hand on Justin's shoulders, and Marcus go. Okay. Everybody, you're gonna feel a tugging on the rope, just follow that.
Whoa.
Alicia, watch out.
Okay, don't take your blindfolds off yet. Just stand. Okay, you can stop. Everyone is in. Okay, cool. Just stop and drop the rope.
Hey, careful with that. You'll need that later. No respect around here. Anyway, why are you guys wearing blindfolds? Take those off already. That's more like it. Let me introduce myself. I am your never-ending, ever-ticking, forever friend. Don't worry about me too much. I'm just here to guide you through your stay here and make sure you don't get too far off track. But be aware, there's only so much of me to go around. We're gonna follow a story full of heartbreak, love, adventure, and change. Buckle your seatbelts, everyone, because it all starts. Well, we're off to a great start. Can't you figure it out? Aye, where do we keep the suitcases? Ah, darn it. Where do we keep those things? Live in a place your whole life and still be unaware of where to find things. They're probably in the attic. I'll have to go get it myself. Don't get me wrong. I can't wait to study journalism, but Julia, Mom and Dad, IE, they're gonna be so far away. No one to fetch stuff for me anymore. I wonder if Julia feels the same. She must. Partners in crime since the very beginning. I just hope she'll be okay at school. This is probably the worst time to be leaving her. Puberty is rough. I would know. I wonder how I'll get through college with my prepubescent voice.
Constancy is the biggest constant in my life. Same house, same school, all of my favorite places and my favorite memories, right here. What will they be like without me? What will I be like without them? I don't remember the last time I was at here. Maybe it was once during hide and seek with Julia? Huh, I've never seen that suitcase before. It looks like it hasn't been touched in over a decade.
Now, what could have happened over a decade ago? Crazy how time can fly.
What is all this?
Yo, are these third millennium Akkadian wait. Is this my Zufumo?
Some old stuff I guess Mom and Dad must have just kept around, like the rest of the stuff in this attic. Huh. A letter to my child. Why do we have this kind of stuff up here?
Mind if we take a trip back in time?
To my child, I hope you're doing well. Your Gigi is still angry at me for leaving you, but I hope this will help you understand that I had to. Your Gongong always told me, to know the road ahead, ask those returning. Lucky for you, your road is lined with towering skyscrapers, fortune, and everlasting opportunities. Whereas the cobblestone path that I was bound to was clouded by greed, envy, and the fight for survival. The temporariness of your absence is a dream I know is unrealistic, but I write to you to keep that beauty of a dream alive. I'll keep this one short. I don't want to bother you too much. We miss you. Stay safe.
Mama.
Mama? Who is this to? What else is in here?
Charlie! Charlie! I'm coming, Julia!
I need help with bio. Yeah, sure. Okay, so an ecosystem is a biological.
The kindness accompanied by the curiosity of a heart like Charlie's always pervades. He'll be back. Don't get used to the silence.
Where was I?
Go on. One of you grab the photo and stick it to the wall.
Your roots lay in a tomb, my child, built from earth and stones, and years of hard work of those brave enough to create these round houses. We lived by the mountains and the river, harmonious with nature, day by day working hard to make the best of what we had. 3 floors and old wooden stairs lead to home. The one room our family rented contained the sweetest memories of an innocent childhood. On the doors, there was a sign, Yung Chi, the character for luck. Your roots lay in a Tulu, my child, such a quiet but lively place that you never got to experience. A lively place? What? I read about Tulos in the ancient Chinese literature recovery texts, but they're only in the rural parts of China.
Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction revived it. You're all real curious, I bet. And so is Charlie. Have him stick the next one on the wall.
To my child, I'm going to tell you about my mother and brother. Growing up, my mother was my whole world. And even so, in our household, I could feel the absence of a father. My brother and I had to share her attention, but we became quite patient. And our love for her was one of the things that brought us together. She would bring us to the rice fields with her, and from an early age, she had us help her harvest. She liked to sing whilst doing so. She liked to read books to us. In contrast to a lot of people in the village, she found it was absolutely important to have access to books and be able to write stories. Even though she didn't have a traditional education, she had gained a lot of knowledge. I remember she had a box of books hidden under the bed. Something to highlight is the character of my brother. He liked bringing home beautiful pebbles and would align them to the bottom of the walls. That is to show his appreciation for details. The three of us would go down to the streams and pour buckets of water on our heads. And during springtime, we would pick beautiful flowers and press them within the book pages to have them as a reminder of nature's colorfulness during the cold winter. My brother and I studied really hard all the way to the end of high school, until our mom fell sick and we had to take care of her. She made everything beautiful with her wise words, sweet smile, and hard work. And brother and I admired her. Love, Mama.
Her mother and brother song, so wonderful. If only I could meet them. Who else is there?
My child, now I will tell you about how I met your father. To understand your father, you have to understand his art. To understand his art, you have to understand him. If you're confused, that is rightfully so. It was the height of summer, sticky and scorching outside with no relief from clouds or a breeze. Days like that defined the start of my time in Shanghai. My mom had a friend who had a friend who worked in a factory, and they had secured a job for me there as a teenager. I made silk. I met your father after only a few weeks. I was walking to the vegetable market near the factory after a day of work. I was struck by a man squatting on the concrete of the pavement, a brush in hand moving meticulously across a sheet of paper. Next to him were many other paintings. He got my attention not because he was an artist, but because of the way he caressed the page with his brush. I stopped to watch him, even though I didn't have much time and I certainly couldn't afford one of his paintings with the little money I had. I had stood long enough to catch his attention, and he struck up a conversation. First asking if I wanted to buy a painting, and then, noticing the way I blanched at the mention of spending my money, he asked if I knew the style of his paintings. I answered that they were Wohua paintings, and that I found them beautiful. This was how I met him the first time, and many times after that. Remember that understanding him is like understanding art. You see, my child, his style of painting, Wohua, is unlike any other style. It is thoroughly Chinese and takes a lot of care and dedication to master. To me, Wohua is your father, meticulous and careful, and so beautiful it blinds you. Love, Mama.
This painting is beautiful. He must have painted it.
Good eye, Charlie. Now, will one of you take that painting and the letter out of Charlie's hand and put it on the wall?
Ooh, another one.
To my child, this is the family I am a part of. I was born in the dry season, when farmers don't need more worries. I came carrying the news, I am not a boy. To To my parents, I was a gift, but to my grandparents, I was a burden. I wasn't only another mouth to feed, but I was a girl. You might be confused to why I chose not to raise you, and maybe you feel some sort of pain after thinking about it. It was not your fault. I had 2 girls before you, and they are growing up parentless.
She's had 2 girls. Why did she leave the 3rd child?
I gave you to them because I didn't want you to grow up without a mom and dad. When I found out I was pregnant with you, my mother-in-law asked me how we would provide for you, and my answer was, I will work harder. To which your father responded, how in the world? There seemed to be no more hours in the day, but I was determined to find a way. Love, Mama.
I think this one will explain.
My child, this is a story of how you ended up with your family. In your mom's life, a stoplight like any other, a distracted driver, and then a crash, an impact strong enough to cause the need for an ambulance. Meanwhile, me, before returning to the village where you birthed, I was staying extra hours to save up more money, whilst your father had gone back early to help with harvest. And then, by surprise, contractions came, one after another, and my first thought was how I lacked a Shanghai Hugo status, and hadn't intended to go to the hospital in the city. This would make your father so frustrated. I thought, could I have counted the moments wrong and already 9 had passed? The answer to that question came when I arrived and you were born so fragile. I guess you were hungry for life, 1 entire month premature. You were smaller than any baby I had seen before, and that brought back the notion of the dimensions of the difficulties in this world that would overwhelm you.
Isn't Hugo just a social classifier? I didn't know it affected things like access to healthcare.
In your mom's life, your Baba was giving her space and found himself lost of words to comfort her. She needed blood, and he didn't know where to find that. Meanwhile, me. A nurse came into my hospital room and announced that there was a woman under critical need of a certain blood type, and I fitted the characteristics to be her donor. I was there with nothing else to do, and I realized I had always found myself to be someone with little to give. All of a sudden, I could provide someone else substance of life, so I quickly agreed. 5 minutes had passed since the request was made, and I was already sitting up straight with my eyes wide open, staring at the bag of blood hanging in front of me as it rapidly filled, while the nurse smiled at me with sweetness. In your mom's life, 3 days of rest and she felt better. Once you heard that someone had jumped at the opportunity of donating blood for the sake of her survival, she wanted to express her gratitude by rewarding the kind individual. She asked her nurses to figure out who the donor was so that she could be put in contact with them. Meanwhile, me. I was thinking back on my life growing up without a father. I don't know if I mentioned, he died in a fire when I was very young, which made my mom's care even more meaningful. Which made way for the sour reminder that my girls were growing up without me. It pained me to think you would join them. I looked through the clear walls of your incubator, and the tenderness of your gaze produced thick tears. I felt them emerge as if from the depths of my throat. You were so beautiful, uncorrupted, so pure, and in the back of my mind, the lightness of your tiny body was counteracted by the weight of the worries I felt for your future. I thought it again. How unfair for you to have to carry your family as a burden with only the light of Chinese New Year's for our reunion. I wondered if you would find a way to forgive me and see that my absence would have been out of the love and fight to protect you. In your mom's life, the nurse rolled her into the baby room, eyes fixed on the target whilst moving at a fast pace. All of a sudden, her priorities seemed to have dimmed, and she asked the nurse to, "Please, slow down." She looked at the baby nearest to her and flinched at the image of the newborn child. the nurse distracted her by pointing to me and saying, "There's your donor."
Thank you for your kindness. I don't know if I would be here right now without your help. So I want to repay you in some way. Do you need money? Just tell me how. You moved your foot, and I was drawn into your baby world again, filled with beauty and detailed with perfection. You had made it through the week with strength, and I had built a little bit of hope for your endurance of the hardships to come, only to be brought back. You're so lucky. What a beautiful baby.
You read my mind. I probably lied. I am lucky to be a part of this miracle. The baby isn't lucky.
I just lost my baby.
She confessed and took a deep breath.
I was ready. My family was too. Even our house was all set up. This baby would have been our world.
It hit me. She'd had a miscarriage because of the car accident that brought her to the hospital. As I was putting the pieces together, her husband walked into the room. He fit the profile of a wealthy man. Then, a complete message seemed to form out of thin air. A baby with a face that being received not only with open arms and sweetness, but also the possibility for dreams to turn into reality. I loved you, baby, and she would also learn to do so in a flash. She also wanted you more than my concerns for you would allow me to do so. I would have liked to completely wish to have you grow under my humble roof. But when I thought of the growing hospital fees from 2 weeks of your life in an incubator, I considered asking them for the amount of equivalent to the debts mentioned above. And then I gathered the courage to make the biggest and hardest choice I ever have. So I mumbled, "I have one big favor to ask."
Of course, that's why I came here in the first place. Sorry to have flooded you with such personal issues. Tell me, what can we do?
Take the baby. A long silence followed those words that were both so natural and so difficult to articulate. You are going to have a united family, as well as an array of possibilities brought to you by the power of money. But I hope you can come to understand that it took absolutely unmatchable will to walk away from that hospital empty-handed, having carried you in my womb. Your mom.
Where did all of this come from? Who are all of these people? Names, details, memories? Is there anything that can tell me who this child is?
Wake up, Charlie, before it's too late.
Mama has a scar on her stomach from a car accident. Am I the missing child? Was I just reading about my own family? Wait, what time is it? How long did I sleep for? Where's the suitcase? Where is everything? I swear, I left everything right here. No one knew I found it. How is it gone now? Who took it? Was it only something I imagined?
I have to talk to them.
Charlie! What's wrong? Is everything okay?
No. Sit down. Is everything okay? Is it NYU? Are you nervous about going?
It's not NYU. I think you know why I'm here. Well, I think we know what's about to happen here. Steady as Charlie may be, when he plays cards right.
I'm not sure we do know why. The suitcase. You took it, didn't you? How could you? Why?
Charlie, you have to understand. We wanted what's best for our children. She's happy the way she is.
Wait. She? It's Julia?
Julia's ours. She may come from somebody else, but she's our child. Why would she need to know? Surely you, of everybody, would see that.
You know how much I love Julia. She's my sister, but understanding her history is a privilege that she deserves to have.
She doesn't need to know about that yet. She's only a child, our child, and she's happy the way she is. She's happy not knowing.
Our family has been just fine without you or her knowing. We live a good life. Why would you want to change anything about it?
She doesn't know about her heritage or the family she comes from or the things that they went through to get her here. They have sacrificed so much. They have had hardships that the people in this room have never known.
You don't understand what we went through to get her. The pain I felt of losing my child. Julia's a little girl I always wanted. She's my little girl, and she's way too young to know this.
Did you read any of it? It's beautiful stories of real people who made sacrifices so that she could be here right now. We're lucky enough to be able to afford the luxuries around us, and you're living in ignorance of those that have suffered for the sake of our privilege. And telling her would suddenly mean that she's not your daughter.
Charlie, how could you say that? We never hurt anybody.
A family, just like many other less privileged ones, ate bitterness for decades. They worked for hours so that they could afford the basic necessities like healthcare and an education that we don't even have to think twice about. This woman had to leave behind her children in order to find better opportunities in Shanghai, the city we're living in right now. Why are we hiding their stories? Give me the suitcase.
You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today, as our Charlie has now realized. The power of a beautiful story is an unimaginable tool for grasping and understanding beyond our own comfort, isn't it?
I couldn't just stay silent. I have to do this.
And so he did.
Cool. So I'll take all of your blindfolds and then you're free to go.
Good job, Jess. I'm gonna have one.
You guys did awesome things.
Yeah, good job, Dean.
Nice, guys.
Sorry, Justin. Oh, that was so good. I don't know if your parents are in here or not. Because... So, yeah, it's like 2 a.m. I'm not sure where to put this. You can like.
Yeah, it was because I like there's like one. I wrote there's one. Oh, it is. Oh.
Wait, no, you have more. We're about to do it right now.
None of my teachers will let me come in class. I asked.
Excuses.
We've seen the treats.
This is your tech host here, Colin Sander.
What's up, parents? We had some random comment that was like, sorry, can't make it. What's your mom's name?
Oh, we have 3 viewers right now.
It was like, no, it's, I can't remember. It was like,
Is this Instagram?
it's a lot.
Should be YouTube live stream.
It's,
Is that the live stream?
22
Yeah.
How do I see the comments?
They just like pop up in some comments.
I want to see them. Wait, what time is it now? Okay, let's start from the beginning.
That was the last.
Angie Andreas was watching
always
from
the
last
same
time
people,
once.
have you
Amelie's
noticed?
mom here. Muck said, I am.
Yeah, I know.
Just
No, that's
Edina.
not my mom.
my bad.
Hello, people from Poland.
Here we have the journey home stories. Yeah.
Yeah, I was holding it.
We made some podcasts, and we have 3 very bright young men
Very bright.
who wrote stories and podcasts and made graphs.
Did you know what was happening?
She was editing it, so I had to.
I was so confused. I was just like, wait.
In China.
You should take that off.
Here we have some population graphs. This is an incredibly fascinating story about a boy named Shen Wu who goes to school.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a bit more about it?
Yeah, so I wrote this story. It focuses on the different aspects of privilege that a lot of privileged students have. So it tells it through 3 chapters, and then after each chapter, there's another little interjecting story. So like the first story is a way that Shen takes an opportunity away from another kid because he has the second chapter we're going because he has more money, and then the third chapter is because he's male. So it's like focusing on how in the education system there's a lot of different kinds of privilege at play, and so the story goes through all of them in like a very personal way. And it tries to at the same time not make you hate the main character for taking away these opportunities. So you can see it from a more like objective viewpoint. So you don't like pick a side like, oh, I hate him, or because at the same time he's taking these opportunities away, he's also a really cool dude. So.
That's great. Thank you, Cullen. Justin? What is that? Okay, I'm not going to show that. When is our next go?
Like half an hour.
Okay. Do you want to talk about yours or no?
Well, so I made a podcast, and it's a fictional story about a fictional story about a rural migrant who came from the Sichuan province and was recruited into the government by the Communist Party in order to boost their image. That's not. It's a podcast, so
We love podcasts here at TGA.
it's a fake podcast. So I did it with statistics. So these are all graphs that represent population. So these 2 right here is data taken from the Chinese government and World Bank, and these are predicted for what would happen if certain fictional events transpired. For example, in my podcast, India invades China, and this is showing what the population would look like if some people died in that war. And then at the end of that war, theoretically, India unplugged a bunch of VR systems, which killed a bunch of people, long story short, and creates this graph right here, the population pyramid of 2050. This is just a few years after the bunch of people died. So, yeah.
Good job, Justin.
Thank you.
Podcast. Take this on down.
You don't have to carry it.
I kind of like it.
You do?
Yeah.
We're gonna go check out the other modules. That was all
Yeah.
journey home stuff. Now we're gonna go look at
traditional Chinese medicine, and made in China, as they were introduced at the beginning. So stay tuned if you like to look at it.
Journey home, the best. We lost a viewer.
Oof, what are we at?
4.
Oh, we were at 3.
We were at 3, but then we gained 2. How many people were watching our presentation? Yes.
6 at the beginning.
Oofda. Oofda. Here's my laptop. I'm not showing my personal projects.
Hey.
Educators, always at work. The work grind never stops.
That's right. Samuel. Samuel.
Oh, it smells good. Where did popcorn at? Hello there. You want to tell us what we're looking at here? Do you want to get out of the frame?
Okay.
Right, so this is part of the TCM module and I worked on this together with Amelie. And our driving question was how do we convey the value? We can do it as a here. And something that Amelie and I found really valuable during our time in the classes we were learning about TCM was the Zen coordinate system. Please no awkward
Sorry.
Okay.
Do you have popcorn? Look how cool. I don't know what you're doing, but like, you guys can watch the introduction of Avatar right there. Perfect.
Okay. Or do you want to finish talking about it?
Yeah. So we created a 3D human-sized model of the human body with our own representation, a symbolic representation of the Zen core organs, and they're color-coded by the 5 different organ systems. Any questions?
This is amazing. Lots of work you put in.
Yeah, so this is a more detailed information explanation about the organs, and this is why we chose to do that.
What does this mean?
This is my favorite. On our week school.
It's not important.
Yeah, I know, but it's really cool. That's part of why it's cool.
God, this is so
but yeah.
Nice to meet you.
On our week floor, we had the chance to talk to the president of the company school that we were at. He was super sick. He did some awesome seated qigong. He had style. This man had style. And we asked him to draw us a representation of the human body from the perspective of Taoism and traditional Chinese medicine. And so he drew us this calligraphy, which is the character Zen. But it's not just a character. There's more. If you look closely, you can kind of see some symbols starting to emerge. Like here, these are both eyes and also birds. And this is a female, so it's meant to be like a mother symbol. Like here's the head, and then arms, skirt, legs. And then this long bit here, this is representing being grounded and nailed to the earth.
Very interesting.
It was really awesome. You might have seen if you've been following the TGS Instagram time lapse of it getting made. But yeah, I'm taking this home. I'm really excited.
Your mother has been saying hi in the comments about every hour. Do you want to say something?
Mom has just been informed, Mom, that you've been saying hi in the comments about every hour. So that's been about 3 hours. So hi. Love ya.
Kung Fu. That looks like the Avatar. Love it. Oreos? Do you know what this is about?
Which one would you rather?
Okay. Ooh. So, which picture do you like better? Is that what this is about?
Yeah, which picture would you
He won't tell you what it's about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. This is an unknown motive project at the moment. I'm gonna take this Oreo. I like it better. Oh, whoa. Here we have Kronos, our TGS coffee brand. Not really, they would hate me if I said that. And they're currently. You want to tell me what you're doing right now so I don't get it wrong?
I'm making coffee. What do you want to know?
I want to know what the process is you're doing exactly right now.
I'm making a V60. It's called a V60 because if you look at this, it's 60 degrees.
That makes sense. And it's a V. I got it.
Yeah. It was invented by the Japanese. And then this is supposed to be exactly 250 milliliters, and the extraction is supposed to take 3 minutes. So
I'm working on it. Coffee. That's fun. What do you like? Why do you like coffee so much? What do you love about it? Why did you have an approach about it?
because it tastes really nice, and the effects are really nice.
Good stuff. He's a certified barista, everyone. So is she. And her. This is who's in Made in China? Are you in Made in China? You want to talk about the board game?
Okay.
Here, do you want to take
So, in this term, we've been exploring like industries and history of China, and we've come together with a board game.
Doesn't come from a wealthy, recognized background, but rather a very hardworking family and very discipline and trust upon him. He's very dedicated to being transparent and playing fair. Most people don't see him as a risk, but during the most unexpected times, he will create the most detailed plan to trap any or potential risk. My traits are peaceful, loyal, and motivated, with pretty much average scores. I would darken your script. It's hard to read. Chansun has had a very
There we go.
lessons for her. Even during the peaks of danger, she's maintained her calm, kindness, and willingness to get help. Her traits are strategic, proactive, and knowledgeable. She's very intelligent, has a lot of strength, but low charisma.
Alright, and Tiffany, your character?
Ingwen. Sorry. She doesn't listen to anyone. Always puts rational before feelings. Is consistently trying to achieve wrong. Have endless expectations of her. And to get rid of anyone who gets in her way of her role. Her traits are she's independent, determined, and strong. She's pretty balanced. I mean, she has the most intelligence, and she's just average in strength and charisma.
The white parts are basically negatives and positives that are done through
Even
middle
close.
part. We'll get to the.
It's okay, try. So, I am going to be running the game as the narrator, so allow me to set the scene for you. All of my playing characters are here in the Hall of Supreme Harmony, and you're having a meeting with the Emperor. It's just you and the Emperor, alone in the room. About halfway through, news comes that, an ambassador stopping in town wants to say, that's cool, you guys have a move time, whatever. So the ambassador comes into the hall and says, I have a new plan. He's brought a scroll with him. And as he's unrolled the scroll, from inside he pulls a knife, stabs the emperor, and then leaves. No one else is in the room. No one else has witnessed the emperor being killed by the ambassador. Your goal as players is to maybe not get thrown in prison for your entire life for trying to kill the emperor. So, let's have Marin start off. What would you like to do as your character?
So
I don't let anyone get in my way, and I'm very ambitious, and I have relatively high strength. I'm gonna try to, again, follow the approach used by the Emperor, tag him down, and put all the blame on him, because he is the...
Alright, so you want to find and kill the Emperor. Are you going to use strength for that roll?
Yeah.
Alright, what's your strength? 4. Alright, so we're going to add 4 to what you roll.
15!
A 15 out of 16 plus scores off the charts. I bet you didn't know it, but Marin's character is also, you know, like secretly like the reincarnation of Lucifer. And so she's towards that door, making sure to jump over that.
Can you hold this or I'll be right
step
back.
in the doorway for those, obviously. She leaps over it like it's nothing and starts chasing the guy down the line. Alright, JB, what would you guys do?
My character reached out to the Emperor and tried to save his life.
Alright, let's roll. Let's call that intelligence. So it's your intelligence.
Understand.
It's alive. That's 3. Nice. 3.
Okay. 7.
Alright, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, a little rough. Alright, so you're going to run to the Emperor's side. Turns out, this guy didn't have fantastic aim because the Emperor is still kind of maybe alive. He's gonna need immediate medical attention though. Might I draw your attention to the Imperial Medicine Institute, which might be a great location for another player to take the Emperor if you don't want him to die. How loud? Is there an action you would like to detect? Sure. I'm a little bit confused. You're brave. I'm very brave. And you guys can collaborate.
Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's take the Emperor. We gotta save the man. Come on. He's gonna die otherwise.
Marty to call somebody and then tell us what to do.
Just bleeding out on us. Just bleeding out on us.
Every second you deliberate.
Just pick him up, man.
That's the less likely you can save
Pick
the
him up and
Emperor.
run. You got good strength, don't you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You have awesome strength. Pick that guy up and bring him there.
Alright. Let's roll to have you bring the Emperor to the Imperial Medicine. Okay. I'm not just gonna do you guys a 6.
I'll be moving that way. Yeah.
5?
Actually, we can do it like right now.
11. Pretty solid. Alright, so Paula, with superhuman strength, picks up the Emperor in all of its fancy robes and starts running towards the Imperial
I
Medicine.
would have to point out already recorded.
I would like to point out that Paula is now covered in the Emperor's
It
blood
doesn't-
and is running with his body through the courtyard. This might not look the best to the outsiders. But Paula's definitely doing that. So Paula, your card is yellow, so I'm not smart. White, so we're going to move that to the Imperial Medicine Institute, and I'm going to read the card for it because we just moved there. Whoa. The Imperial Medicine Institute is established in the southeast of the Forbidden City. All the healthcare staff serving the Imperial family was controlled by the Imperial Medicine Institute, which was responsible for purchasing, storing, processing, and providing medical substances for Syria.
Is this a collaborative game?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't want to get rid of
I mean, you can be like Harry.
Unless you're evil.
Harry. Unless you're Harry. Yeah.
Wait, so I'm now with her?
No.
It's all happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, since you all know I have a very rough past, where all my experiences have turned into lessons for me, and even during the peaks of danger, I remain calm. I just kind of use my intelligence, which is quite high, it's a 4. And I just look around, really remain calm, and decide. Thought I was smarter than I was, but I'm alright. My intelligence of a 3. And I realized there's this big bell icon online, and so I ring that bell and it'll warn everyone else that the person's running away, and then they get caught.
Alright. So let's try for alerting someone.
So calm and intelligent. Not that intelligent.
Alright, so you run up to where the Emperor previously was, the bell that we mentioned. You're gonna ring that for immediately, some of the Imperial Guards enter the room, and they see you standing over the pool of the Emperor's blood. And the Emperor is no longer there, so that's cool. Tiffany, would you like to pass something?
Since I am constantly trying to achieve more than what I already have, I will not allow this mishap to take me back from what I want in life. So I'm going to secretly inform those individuals as they come and see Matt standing over the body that it was indeed him that killed him. Wow. Paula was trying to cover it up, and Jamie was just wish-washy, whatever side.
All right, so let's roll to see how much you can convince the guards of this. That would be a charisma roll, I think.
Yeah. Well, roll it. Roll it. Come on, you called it.
Use my intellect.
Nah, persuasion, baby. Get a 1.
What is it? The 5.
Oh, not so good.
You tell them this, but with intellect, with you were good. But it's pretty interesting for them to walk right into the room and see someone who immediately has all of the answers. It seems a little bit like you're trying to throw other people under the bus for a crime that you committed.
Yeah.
So they are skeptical at best, and they make, for sure, gonna arrest you. They're in process of arresting you right now.
Don't worry, I'm still standing in a pool of blood right now.
I'm not wish-washy. I wanted to see if he was alive. I care about. I'm loyal to the Emperor.
Roll this dice and
Oh no! It landed on the star! That means, so we're going to pull a random event card. They look like this.
I rolled it for you.
And they basically describe an event and how that might influence the game. It's really interesting. The strength of the... What do you... What's that?
wait, I want to go off Strike
Then you lose 2 on the like, so Mara, if you're and you're starting with -2. Everybody or just for Mara and just on the it's for everybody to see. Or like
Oh.
Alright.
They got -1.
You like Black Panther style leap onto the guy like crazy, and you like pull away his very mysterious hood, and he's like, "No, you caught me!" Very like Robbie Rotten villain style. You caught the guy. Do you want to like talk to this man that you've just caught?
Actually, yeah. I'm going to tell him how great I am.
So why don't you speak in character and I'll respond as the man.
You know who's the reincarnation of Usain Bolt? Me. Who's Usain Bolt?
Oh.
I killed the Emperor. I killed the Emperor. Let my name go down in history.
Who do you think deserves the mandate to have him now?
Me, of course. I propose that you join my side and help me take the throne. Alright, so good job bringing some intrigue to the game. Might I remind you that you're still on top of him and you're probably like turning. But let's go to Jamie's turn.
I followed her to the because I thought I was holding the wound shut.
But then when my Alright. So, is there a specific action you want to do?
Is there anybody there?
Yeah. There's some healers like roaming around.
Dude, we need some first aid, man.
I've been
The
trained
Emperor.
for this. Finally, something interesting happened. Alright, so all of like the ancient Chinese med students are like running around, mixing up herbs, getting ready.
Dude, he's cleaning out, man. They need pressure, direct welding.
I don't know what's going on.
I did not mean to
Live stream TCM.
The thing is, I don't know what's already been covered what's for, so
Just talk to me.
Alright, so they are beginning to save the Emperor's life. They put him on the best that the Qing dynasty can offer in terms of life support.
All right, folks, we're going down to TCM. Adnan, how do you find our showcase so far?
So far, so good. Good job.
Thank you. Ina, how are you finding everything? Yeah, what's your favorite?
Except my guitar performance. Probably. I really like the TCM stuff.
Oh, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
Adi, what did you name this character again? Why?
Gareth is one of the staff members in the school.
Uh-huh.
And he was the most supportive staff member that actively showed support throughout the entire process. This little guy.
Aww.
This final product. So we
What a
decided
fine-
to name it Gareth as his honor.
I love it. Cool. So, can you tell me about some of this stuff on the wall? What does this mean?
Yes. So during TCM Week Tour, they met with a Kung Fu master, and he was asked to, for our specific project, to make a drawing of the human body. And this is the character that represented the most to him, the human body. So it's Zen, but it has a lot of symbolism in it as well. So these are birds, but if you look, they can also be eyes, and this is a symbol for mother and a son, which is the entire cycle of the body. So yeah, and it was used as an inspiration.
Sweet. Love it. High five. Wait, let's do one of those like... It's like the audience is being held as well. Get it? Yulia!
Yes, but basically, but there is a way that, it's basically that your brain is confused into believing that it is being attacked from the outside, and because of that, when it doesn't stop being itself on itself, the body stops being itself. What you say in acupuncture is though, that if you have any kind of neurodegenerative disease, or injury,
Presentation section for our gratitude.
Presentation section. Ooh, Oreos. I'm gonna take some. Oh wait, evidence. Would you like to live stream, Justin?
No.
You should. Ah. Can't wait Oreos in peace.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yay.
Charlie, can you get a picture of me with my shirt?
Wow.
I got that
Okay, so this was all possible thanks to California. The staff have been really sweet and patient with us, offering us facilities to begin with and more. So I really like practicing here.
No, I think last year we were pretty small. I think they only had
show our gratitude.
Longa, Melissa, Rain, Karen. Longa, yeah, you said Longa, Melissa, Haley.
I saw you a lot when we first got here, and not so much after but your presence on campus has been really a blessing for us. It's been really cool having you here. Your insight, your poise, your intelligence, your sense of community have been really an example for us. I've got to work with Martin and a couple of you a little bit more closely in the lab. Thank you for visiting us, for contributing more to our community. It's been really experience having you.
I think she probably did.
Thank you so much for making this term possible. Now we're going to have one more rotation where anyone who hasn't done the traditional communication semester, which for those of you who this is a representation of migrant stories. And so anyone who hasn't done that yet, please feel free to follow Please feel free to follow Jess up the stairs, and if you have done that, please start your personal projects and welcomes and feel free to take
But she told me she's like, and also, our mom that does she work a lot? Does she know? Was it Lucy? Oh, Lucy went to yeah, I'm pretty sure. Janice barely and she like went to great house. Yeah. Maybe last. Yeah, but Janice was amazing. Also, she's still doing with physical therapy. And maybe that's false. Every time, I'm gonna go take a bunch of every time Karen like, yeah. That's so true. What the heck? I already told you, I'm not that. She like, I think she's gonna. Yeah, and no, but this time she actually, like last year, she said that she was going and she got injured.
But she's gonna come back.
Where are you going? Her mom and dad. I just gave up looking for groups and actually liked it. But they said, can we paint with WeChat? And I was like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, I was like,
But I feel like if I was a coach, I don't know.
For the last, you mean last year? No, this year. I don't know if I think Kelly was ready because she wasn't ready to.
I feel like Tim's sister might be
Tim has a sister.
Wait, Tim has a sister? Yeah.
Carla, why are you behind me?
She was in Karen's 3-on-3.
Oh, I've seen her play basketball.
That's freaking Tim's sister.
No, Captain Daw was talking weird stuff about Tim's dragon brother. And then she's like, yeah, by the way, Tim's my brother.
Oh my god. So awkward.
Don't know how to.
I don't know either. And also, I want it to be a really good year because we're hosting. I'm so like, and it's I'm so.
Yeah, I feel like they won't be able to have like 12 players.
I'm just so
Our school hosting and we're not sure.
But like, I also do you like practicing with like. I mean, like, no offense.
No,
But like, I feel like the fact that we practiced with the babies
I feel like
kind of like didn't really help us. Because like it's kind of like it's good. Like it's kind of good that we have like competition.
That's what grade you wanted though, because we asked one of them to have separate ones, because like honestly the ability is different with reading varsity, so we just have separate practice more than grade you was like we only do it together.
I don't know why like together. And then
I see why
and then there are people who like no wonder why.
Honestly, I feel like it's a good culture.
I've been talking to Mr. Lyons. Yeah, and then I asked like Mr. Lyons like the whole like last year, He's like, yeah. Like it was better if it was like so they can be like power. Dude, but I feel like our lion or Fraser.
They don't go.
I don't think they would go together. Oh, because they're so strong. So like, I think it was so like I feel like lions like advocates for them. And that's why I like.
Fraser's really passive.
He's really. I just like whenever I see Fraser, I see the elementary school. Yeah, you know, like I see like Lions, like he's very enthusiastic and very encouraging and very like sporty, like yeah, it just makes me feel like I'm in high school. You know what I mean? Like no offense, but like.
I don't know her.
I think he's good for business.
Yeah.
Like, he's good for, but not for like. Not yeah, but I think one. And like, you remember? It's kind of funny. I think so. Fraser has this judgy face. Yeah. He's like, he kind of like blushes. He's like, like I don't know. Like, you don't have to judge him.
And then he's so proud. I'm proud of himself when he does
The ones that you sort of I need to kind of like them. I think it's better than like
So you just gave them to her?
yeah.
No one
Like
how would it work out? And then those paintings came what? So just paintings or greeting cards.
It's kind of like it's kind of like the same thing. But like acted really same.
The website. Look it up.
If you look at both, you can see pictures and content.
He was so no, he was
at the top. Yeah. He always tries to talk about
you know, he's smiling.
yeah, because he's close to the
So far we've been doing this for
unless he's
He's just really like shy. He's like intimidating. Like when he was there. No, like first when I met him. Oh, so smooth. I remember. Hey guys.
I think we have a picture with. We're gonna post the guys on the website. We also have our Institute Crayon, which is the website. That QR code.
No, Mr. Mac is no, Mr. Mac don't have it. Yeah, he did once.
Yeah, like he just have to.
Yeah, he was like.
No. Those And when you buy the sticker, it comes with a hand cut.
I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. All for 100.
I feel like you should go to varsity. I mean, varsity. I mean, he is varsity.
So is it mobile phone? To find out.
Maybe. I feel like you would go to like. Yeah. Lions would probably go. I want that to happen.
Oh, yeah. Adam and Ray won't want that. We only have one left.
We also have
Except one.
Except one.
What is this one?
It can be any, it can be anyone. So you get one, and the person that bought basically all the rest of them
Gets all the
gets
rest
all
of
the rest
them.
of them. And I know how to. So it's good for two.
Try to make each other something sticker.
That girl. Yeah, remember that girl?
For more than 5 turns. Then he can regain his lowest piece. So for example, he regains pawn, then like if he has a pawn that's lost, then he can regain that piece. So that's the reason that the king would want to go in here and try to stay as long as possible. Yeah. To support players. Balls in your court.
Hello, Ed Art. You wanna sell yourself?
So this is our
Oh yeah, take it. Just take it.
Of what we have here. So we've been working with, I'll show you the logo down on our bag here. We've been working with D Art, which coincidentally sounds a lot like Ed Art. That was not the reason behind this collaboration. The reason was because D Art has a collection of 30 years worth of Chinese farmers paintings and Chinese farmers art, which you can see here. We have it on greeting cards, coasters, notebooks. We have the original paintings as well, and then here we have our postcard collection. Here is a potential customer. Here's our website, which was made by our graphic design team, Adi and so on. So if you scroll through, you can see our vision with pictures from India, our collections, our blog, which we've recently started, and then a couple photos from our Instagram, which you guys should go follow at edart_co. Yeah, so this is edart, which is our little social entrepreneurship.
Show your name card.
Yeah, there's our business card. And we have stickers too. The stickers are really cool. Bridging art in the world. Woo! Go Ed Art. I'm gonna give this back to Muck now.
Shame the plugs aside.
Signing off.
Yay. Cool. Hello, Max. Do you want to say something?
Hello. This is the round table. It's a game that me and Cohen Sandra created.
Yeah.
For all the North Americans out there, it's 2 in the morning, but this is a game that is basically based off chess, but it's slightly different. And so once I finish playing the game with Justin, I can explain the rules, and I can play a game with you guys if you want.
Right. You want to set this up here and like talk to the camera? There's nothing much going on anyway.
What's up to you guys? Goodbye. I'm gonna go outside now.
Right next to it's right next to a light source, like a lighting source, which means that the beans are getting more light than they should be. And if that is not sealed properly, then they're also getting oxygen. And so as Kayla said, those are two components that are not very good for beans, and that cause beans to basically become greasy and lose their aroma that you want to have when you make coffee. So that's something that's like really important to take into consideration when you're designing a cafe. And so in that case, it's just you don't really want to try the beans that have been sitting there for a really long time.
So when I go to a local grocery store, I can decide ground beans or unground beans, and it feels like unground beans are better. But even if I were to do that, I should probably take them home and grind them myself right before I brew my coffee. Is that it?
I mean, it depends. Yeah, it depends
If you want to be super extra, yes. But like, the thing is, that's for specialty coffee. You drink at home unless you're like a coffee snob. You don't probably care about that as much. So if you buy ground coffee, it's not the end of the world. It's not like you're gonna die of poisoning or you're missing out on like the greatest thing in the world. But it just does taste better if you grind them yourself. Because what happens is that the finer it is, the more oxygenated it can get, which means that it becomes rancid a lot faster. And it dries out and it loses a lot of its flavor. So, for example, within that bottom section of that grinder where it's actually ground coffee, at the end of the day, if there's anything left in that, you're supposed to throw it away, not keep it. And another thing they do is they just put ground coffee beans up into the top of the grinder, which first of all destroys the burrs inside of the grinder. Second of all, it's disgusting. And third of all, straight up confusing.
But also, another important thing to take into consideration is just your general environment when you're making coffee. So the temperature of the room is going to change. There's like a lot of other factors that you take into account when you're actually grinding the beans. And it's gonna, like at the beginning of the day, the grind that you put on the beans is gonna be different than the one like 2 hours later or 3 hours later because of different factors that are like entering the room.
Humidity, air pressure.
And so it's important to make sure that every couple hours you change the grinding selection on it, so you make it finer or thicker, and that's going to affect how much your coffee beans are.
On a good grinder, will they have sensors for that?
No, you can not really.
Sensors for what?
For like how
temperature, air pressure, humidity, stuff like that.
No, I don't think they've done that yet. But you have different types of grinders. So you have the instant grinder, which is probably the best, and you have the on-demand one.
The doser and
the doser on demand, and then so the doser is so basically you put in like you put the water filter in, and then
Can we see inside a little bit?
the grounded beans are gonna come out
Can we see inside?
in a certain amount of time, and it's gonna fill the water filter like perfectly, and that's the best way to do it because those beans have just been grounded like
Smells so
that
good.
second, so then they haven't lost that aroma. And then but the one that's most commonly used, just like this one, that's basically you grind the beans and then it goes into this little box, and then collect everything, and then you collect the grounds. Yeah. And so that means that they do this really Okay. So how do different types of beans taste different? Like it's always based on the country. What's the country? So is it different types? There's different types. Yeah, there's different types of beans. There's robusta beans, and Arabica beans.
Just
as
two-
well as
two
other-
types?
No, but those are
the
the
biggest
world's
ones.
the biggest
Predominant
ones on,
beans, right?
Yeah, the biggest one on the market. And so there's a major difference between the two. Like the first one could be the physical aspect of them. So the Arabica beans are. No, they don't have beans. For example, so these are Arabica beans. So, or is this a blend?
It's definitely a blend. I don't know what the percentage is.
So this is an Arabica bean. You can tell because it is longer, so it's a long bean. Also, it's kind of shaped as an S in the middle, right?
Yeah.
So already, just physically, you can make the difference. Let me see if I can maybe find the Robusta.
Sorry, what's the name of the other type?
Robusta.
Robusta.
That's what Starbucks and instant coffee is.
There we go. I think I found one.
Starbucks and what?
Instant coffees.
Instant. So
Like all instant coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's really cheap to produce. It grows at lower altitude. It's easier to take care of. There's less parasites that actually damage that type of tree.
Starbucks uses that?
Yeah.
And it's also
It also contains double the amount of caffeine, which is not necessarily a good thing.
Okay, so this here is a Robusta one, so you can tell because it's
Yeah.
a straight line.
Uh-huh.
It's also, you can tell it's smaller.
Smaller.
And it's more round. It's
Nice.
rounded. So already just physically you can make it.
So this is blended because
A blend is what you'll most commonly find on the market. Finding pure Arabica, like 100% Arabica, you'll see that people will really market that because it's something that's very valuable because it tastes a lot better because Arabica has more fruity flavor. So you'll, like when you're drinking Arabica coffee, you'll taste maybe like caramel, maybe some like nutty tastes, just general like kind of fruity taste. Where when you try Robusta beans, it's gonna be like, in the worst case scenario, it's gonna taste like dirt.
So if I don't like coffee, is there a better possibility that I would like the taste of
Arabica? Yeah, you will probably like this as an Arabica a lot more. And I mean, also it's gonna also depend on the way that you're making the coffee. So if you're making Robusta coffee with making Turkish coffee with Robusta beans, that is going to be the most bitter thing you can possibly make because with Turkish coffee, you're like it's a very intense way of extracting the caffeine from the bean, and already Robusta is quite strong, very intense. And so from there, you'll get like a very sort of fierce, like I would not recommend doing it that way.
I've had Turkish coffee taste like grossness.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody likes it. Some people love it, some people don't. It's definitely an acquired taste.
What about Bosnian coffee? Do you guys know about that?
It's the same. It's the same thing.
As
Every
Turkish
country
coffee.
sort of takes it on.
Yeah, because that tastes pretty gross too.
Okay.
But yeah, so there's different ways. Obviously, this is a V60, and the reason why it's called a V60 is because you can see here. So this is what it looks like. So it's a V, and this angle is 60 degrees.
60 degrees.
Oh, wow.
And it's a V.
Yeah.
It's a V and it's 60 degrees. So V60.
Right, can we see that?
So what's the contrasting type?
So the importance, basically the reason, the angle is very important. So it's actually going to have an effect on the way the coffee tastes. And there's you would assume that making coffee is just kind of like, if you're looking at Kenya right now, you could be like, you're just pouring water in there. But it has to be very specific. There's a lot of different like things to take into account to make sure your coffee tastes as good as possible. So the first thing is that your V60 has to be 60 degrees. Like the angle has to be 60 degrees. Now, I don't exactly know why, but that is like one of the reasons why.
What's the source of that information?
A barista course.
Yeah. And so another thing that's important is like the filters that we use here, they're made out of paper, right? And so they're gonna taste like paper if you just straight up put the beans and get the coffee through. So before you start making the coffee, you have to make sure to wet the paper, so that you kind of you kind of take away the taste of the paper. And so after that, you have to make sure you take about 18 grams of coffee beans
for
That was Elise?
Yeah.
You guys can say hi to Elise.
Yeah, Elise is here.
oh, hi, Elise.
Elise said pour her a cup.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
And so yes, and then you measure that, you put it into the grinder, which is over there. And then from here, you have to put it on the scale so that you can measure how much water you're putting in, because there's a very specific ratio. Again, it's all in the details to make sure that your coffee tastes as good as possible. And there's also a certain amount of time that you're supposed to be pouring the water, and it has to be.
She said it has great hair.
It'll take you. It'll take you about 3 minutes.
Thank you, Elise.
It'll take you about 3 minutes to make a cup, and you also have to make sure that your flow is consistent and not too fast. So you'll be able to tell that there's what we call blooming, which is sort of like air bubbles coming to the top, and that allows.
Like, is that when it drops down?
No. So like once it's in here, as you pour the
some
water,
frothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's called blooming.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then.
Okay, so I've seen those filters that are they're made out of metal and they have a flat bottom.
Those are mainly used for machines rather than pour overs. Yeah, so it's different. It's a different type of filter.
Oh, yeah.
For different type of coffee.
I can try a little bit.
So there's,
I normally
this
don't
is
drink,
just
but
one way
it's
of
coffee.
doing pour over. There's also things like AirPress or French press.
Tell Elise how good it
There's
is.
a lot of different ways of making coffee, and people when they think of coffee, they either think of an espresso, black coffee, or like a cappuccino or a latte. But all of that is based on an espresso, and for that you need a machine. You can't make it using these. But all of these ways are just as
So
good.
this is Americano then?
No.
What is it?
Americano is
Americano is espresso
Oh, okay.
With water.
hot water.
Okay. So what's
Filtered
this?
coffee.
Just filtered coffee. Oh.
And so, yeah, filter coffee has a pretty bad reputation because people assume that it's just bad quality coffee. But as you can tell here, you can make it good quality, and it's something that is quite fast, and you don't need a fancy, expensive coffee machine.
What about Nespresso? I see a lot of that advertised.
Nespresso is a brand of coffee.
Yeah, it's Nescafe.
Basically, they make little
Out of
capsules.
disease. So our instructor during our Barista course told us what Nespresso actually is, what type of beans they use. So we went on a farm visit, and they were like, so this is grade A, this is grade B, this is some defects, and those are the disease beans. And they were like, what do you guys do with those? And they're like, oh, Nespresso buys those. So like, it's not even coffee anymore. They put so many other chemicals in it.
Oh,
but
Okay.
That's why it has a bad reputation, making it very jittery, because it's not natural.
And it's also, that said, it's also important to point out that some people want the coffee just for the caffeine and not so much for the taste. In that case, if you're not looking for quality at all, like go ahead and go with this espresso. We wouldn't really recommend
Aren't
it.
there a lot of added flavors to Nespresso anyway?
Yes, but you can find out with a lot of different coffees.
You can add syrup to espresso. It's like a high quality chocolate syrup. It's the same as when you drink with cocktail. It's better to have good
Oh, we're getting some.
Let's not talk about that.
It's all about your preference. Like, there's no wrong way about it.
Yeah.
One important thing about coffee is whatever you like is good. There's no
Yeah.
good or bad coffee.
Yeah.
It's whatever your preference is. Because again, it's your tongue. You have different taste buds than every
Yeah,
single
that's.
other
I was
person
gonna
in
ask
the
that.
world.
Yeah.
Like milk and sugar?
Whatever you like, nobody can blame you or say that you're drinking bad coffee.
And then-
it's just your personal preference.
And coffee is grown like in a wide range of countries, right? So there's this thing called the bean belt, which is basically like where coffee beans grow, and so it goes like kind of like in the equator. I don't have a map to show you that, but there's a lot of countries that are involved in it. There's the famous ones, like Australia.
It's like the Boreal belt that
Yeah.
goes around the world. It's just like this
And-
band of temperature and precipitation.
And so
that probably allows for
yeah, but it's quite interesting. And so China is currently trying to grow beans, and
They're part of the bean belt.
they're technically in the bean belt. but they're not exactly known for their good quality of coffee. They are trying to get in on the market. We've tried some of the beans. They definitely taste different.
They're just slightly more bitter than what you'd be used to.
Yeah. But so there's different places, even Spain, there's some places where they're trying to grow beans as well. So people have realized that the coffee industry is kind of booming right now. I don't know if Keo mentioned, but it's the second most traded commodity in the world after petroleum. So a lot of people are trying to get into the industry somehow.
So is it a lot of sort of fadism kind of thing, like your barista course, and I think Keo is saying that, you know, individual taste. Are you guys, not you guys, but is the coffee industry trying to make something more than what it actually is, like by saying this is good and this is bad?
Like yes and no, but I mean something you have to realize also is that the coffee industry has been around for a very long time, and it's something that is very much embedded in a lot of different cultures.
Yeah.
It started off like drinking a coffee was something that was very as part of sort of making business deals. So people would go to cafes, sit down, and have like a discussion on a possible investment and things like that.
I
They
can't
were
read
very
that. What does that say? Oh.
they were popular.
There was a question from the crowd. I couldn't see it. Do you want to see what that
I can
was?
try to scroll.
Sorry, keep going. No, it's just so it's something that's very much embedded in the culture. So it's something that's always been
Is there
around.
anything?
And
I can't. It's the big one. That one.
in some ways, it's thanks to kind of capitalism, I guess, and globalization that coffee has had such a big boom, and especially due to companies like Starbucks that have popularized coffee
Thank
and
you.
coffee drinking and stuff like that. Yeah. Cool. Bye-bye.
Yay. Justin, we've come for you. Do you wanna go like tell people about what your project is
It's
about?
a 3D printed board, but
They have to move back.
it's not his project though. Oh.
Yeah, one second.
Yep.
Gotta move back.
No, you haven't, Jerry. These telepathic little bastards, they embed
So basically, I should maybe look really more now.
Okay, aliens, that's pretty darn cool. Is it real?
It is actually quite likely that some form of alien life does exist, or at least did exist at some point, as there are estimated to be millions of habitable planets in our galaxy.
So why hasn't Kepler, Heisenberg, or Bill Nye been able to prove their existence?
In our galaxy, some of which have around much longer. I'm certain anyone time is off. The idea of the moon is that something is preventing civilization from passing point of progression. We are at this point. There are two possibilities. A,
Is it not connected to this? What happened to?
That's fine. Just leave it like that. It's fine. Do you want to talk about your project?
So basically, we made a crash course-ish style video.
Yeah.
With our new video series, Crack Labs.
Crack Labs. Yay.
So a brief overview of our project. We wanted to use a TV show to sort of appeal to a younger demographic, like middle school, high school age.
Yeah.
To talk about concepts like philosophy and science. A video that we didn't end up producing was about quantum and theoretical physics, and that sort of incorporating the idea of dimensions, string theory, some geometric principles, and other algebraic like calculus into like the form of looking at a Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah.
So the one we're doing here is about philosophy and about like the philosophy of reality. So.
I'm glad that we don't do things like it. I would not imagine this to be my life.
Yeah, true that. I mean, Tommy Lee Jones's face could not be a first name. See, I tried my memory way. So, like, we just need to trust those, right?
I apologize for the sound quality.
Oh yeah.
We didn't use any mics, so.
We kind of have no mic.
What
We can make it work, but yeah, we can try.
how would I do it?
Let me try.
The TV's gonna scream a little bit.
Childhood. Creating a virtual reality. Wait, the platform is right now. To simulation theory, I mean, Elon believes that we should actually hope that we're seeing that will mean that we're not going to die.
Either we're going to create simulations that are indistinguishable from reality, or civilization will cease to exist. Those are the two options.
Thanks for your input. But if we are moving into the real question is, does it matter?
Matter, of course it matters. I'm going to be in control of myself, in control of my destiny.
Just because our reality might not be what we perceive it to be, it still remains our reality. We've not done anything else, nor will we probably ever.
Severely disagree.
There is one more possibility. That civilizations simply aren't interested in letting others. There is tremendous suffering, and all of this will seem real and feel real to the beings within that simulation. See? His pain will prove absolutely nothing.
To recap, there are three possibilities. One, we'll cease to exist before we get to that point of technology. Two, we won't actually end up running that technology due to ethical reasons. Or three, we're already living in the simulation.
The majority of humans put all faith in a higher power that pulls strings over our reality.
And is simulation theory all that different?
In the end, it really doesn't matter, because we'll only ever reach 0.0000000000001% of the observable universe.
Now, this may have fun again. As it does many.
It is difficult to come to the realization that the universe, in all its glory, does not simply exist for us. We are but a mere part of it.
And knowing that we're heavy mass distorting the space-time continuum doesn't really make it any less of a bummer.
But so what?
If our reality is all we seem to know and experience, then to us, it's all that matters.
If we're merely a speck in the universe, then we can do whatever we want because it will all seem insignificant in the trillions of years after it ceases.
Hey, that's not like nihilism.
Sure does.
If our universe has no purpose, then we can dictate what its purpose is.
It's a powerful ending.
Same what? Wording? Yeah. Are you? God damn it, she literally copied it from me.
Rick and Morty? You just got cracked.
It's a really cool video though. I especially like the animations. I'm gonna give this to someone else. So this is the live stream. I'm handing it over to you guys.
I can't do live stream.
Do it, yeah. So if you keep the, or there's an easier way, just change the abilities of the hash piece. Yeah, you're trying to just stop it. Stop it.
It's not even my phone. Do you want to take over the live stream?
We already showed her.
Huh?
We already showed her.
We full on. I don't know what to do, and Mark is not here, and what the hell? I don't know what to do with this.
They've been here for like.
But I got a stick of coffee yet.
Hi, grandma or mom or father.
My mom might be.
Hi, Kale's mom.
2 people are watching.
2 people. Is one of them mock?
We're watching. Who's watching?
Write a comment so we can.
Shamsia was commenting before.
Hi, Shams.
We have plenty more things to talk about if you want more coffee.
More coffee.
I don't really mind. You can just drag it off. If you can drag it, drag it.
No, I mean, do you have any?
Do you want to talk about this?
Oh yeah. Do you want to hear how I made this stamp?
Yes.
No. Isn't there other stuff?
Nope.
I can explain my project.
Do you want to
Go, Ava. Explain your project.
Yeah, cool.
You need to squeeze the content.
So I made a zine about feminism called It's a Woman's World, The Feminist Files. Here we are on first wave, so we're looking at Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Patricia Mott. I stitched over these photographs to kind of add a more decorative element.
Can you hold
So
this?
they
Let's
worked
go find
with
ounce
the
of
Seneca
content somewhere
Falls
else. Probably upstairs.
Convention.
Or talk to someone from China.
But yeah, I've kind of like drawn over some images here. If we can fold this out, we
my
can
job.
take a look at the Declaration of Sentiments. Which is pretty cool as well, written by Elizabeth Cady Stanton. This is my second wave, a little bit here. Feminine Mystique, Betty Friedan. Then we're looking at third wave. The name third wave was given to this kind of movement by Rebecca Walker. Riot Girl specifically was a musical movement that coincided with third wave feminism, which is pretty cool. This is their manifesto. It was before manifestos had such a dark connotation, I guess. Then we can look at like the wage gap over time, qualitative and quantitative data, stickers, and a playlist.
Nice. That's quite a mix of different components. What did inspire you to do this project?
Basically, I realized that, just on my playlist, there wasn't a lot of female artists, and I was wondering why that is. So I was looking into women in the music industry, and I came across the Riot Girl movement, and kind of worked my way backwards to discovering the history of the wave feminism.
Cool. Thank you. I honestly don't know what to do with this.
No, I love the bit.
Here, I'll take you
to French. Come here.
Suivez-moi.
So this is another one of my projects. So I've been teaching French for about four terms now. And so these are some of the projects that the students have kind of come up with based on what they learned through these past couple terms. So there's different levels of French. There's 2 different classes. So the more advanced class, they're currently putting on a play that is based on a French play called Les Décomptes. And so this is sort of like their plan for next term and the characters and things like that. Like why they decided to do this play, who's going to be involved, kind of a little bit of a summary. And then we have also the beginners class, so they've only been taking French for about 2 months or a couple months. And so one of the projects, the person was reading The Little Prince, and so this is her favorite part of The Little Prince, and then she wrote a little bit about why it was her favorite part. And another project is a student and she translated them as well as made a little sort of graphic that went with it. That's gonna show the literal meaning of the phrase. So for example, this one, avoir un poil dans la main, to have a hair in the palm of your hand means to be lazy. Or there's just a bunch of different ones here. And this is another one, which the idea of this was for students to remember how to pronounce and how to say certain French words. And so this is numbers, so the idea is that you roll, and then depending on what it says, you have to guess what number it is based on the clue that it says, that gives you about the pronunciation of it. So that's just a little bit of what the students have been doing based on all the different things they've been learning in class.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you want to have a final French word? Au revoir.
It's coming. Finally. Hello, so. Is this your project? Oh, can you present it? Like, do you want to do it like right away, or do you want to wait?
I didn't follow those.
All right. Oh. No. Stop.
There's no password or anything.
Wait for them.
I don't know. What's the password? Just wait for them.
Let's gather over there.
I think because this one has less cookies, people are more likely to take one out of the one with less cookies.
No, you know what? I feel like it's the milk is appealing. It's like selling two products at once. That's the reason. I would probably go for this one, but I'm just... Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one.
I'm gonna go for this one.
It's the horde mentality. Look at that.
Okay, so we're going out? Where are you going? Do you want this?
Guys, we gotta go.
Guys.
Go up.
Guys.
No problem.
Guys. Guys.
You're on stream. Stop.
Guys. Guys. No, that's what I said. Guys. Guys. Probably not a good.
Hello, Jazz. It's just going around doing nothing. Yeah, exactly. It's so sad.
It's more like if you want to.
We need any content. Any content. I'm just grabbing like the bottom of like the bottle.
Well, I think me Johnson is great.
It is great. Is that your project? Exactly.
Canada, made it for like $200.
Are you gonna change like the shapes of the
Yeah, like they didn't actually like the printers here weren't able to do what we actually wanted with the pieces.
And then there's
So
yeah.
they're like, yeah, they're lower quality than
There's
they should be.
imperfections also like with the model
if we
itself.
could redo it, we would have the same guy print our pieces that printed this, and they would look a lot nicer. But overall,
On your shoulder.
Oh.
Did you already get him explaining again?
Briefly.
I have no content, so I can just dance with the thing.
It's a lecture. Yeah.
okay. So, as a prerequisite, me and Max have left to play chess for a time. Since about 20 we did the whole tournament and everything. So what we wanted to do,
Tell us about rule changes that we need to talk about. It's not going to be beneficial. The struggle piece, remember, so
You're live streamed.
I'm super excited.
You're live streamed.
What?
Your live stream.
Okay, hello!
Okay.
My family and my friends, you know that I love you.
That doesn't sound that. It sounds kind of weird, but sure.
Maybe they are watching me.
Maybe they are. One of these.
One of these three people. Who are you? Say your name.
Out loud? Are you gonna hear that?
Say it.
Okay.
Maybe it's my voice.
I don't know, maybe.
I told him to join.
What we wanted to do is create a new game that has a similar function as chess in the sense that it is complete knowledge, and like in terms of board games, that just means nothing is hidden. So both players can see all of the information. I'm not hiding cards from you. I don't have traits like abilities that you don't know about.
Can you hold this for a while?
And so we can
I'm starting to get tired.
completely comes down to strategy of the game. So
We each have the exact same
the exact same possibilities and everything. The only difference is so then what we wanted to do is imitating chess by creating pieces that have special movement abilities, and then using those movement abilities to make a game that isn't stalemateable. Or, like chess is stalemateable, but it doesn't happen that way. Because if you just make a board game and we just go, okay, the goal is to eliminate the enemy, all of these people, like there's 3 different movement types. What's going to happen is every single time, if the people are completely incompetent, then it's going to come down to one pawn versus one, like 2 basic pieces, and you can't, no one's going to. So we try to design the game with special movement abilities that are trying to eliminate that. So if I go over it, this is a basic pawn. So it just
Here
moves,
you can
in and
see
out,
the
one
rules.
space, no matter where. This one is, they didn't print perfectly, so we just
So
did
you
the
can know
basic
how to
information.
play.
It can move 1 in and out to you, and then when it's going around any of these circles, like this, it will move 3.
Oh, okay. In the
So
circular
it's,
motion.
yeah, exactly, in a circular motion. That's something that you don't see in chess, so I think it's cool that we incorporated that. This is, and that's the same over here. So this is the mirror. So unlike chess, this has like a teleporting ability. So it moves 1 in every direction, but then if there's a piece on the complete opposite side of the board, so here to here, or here to here, then if there's a piece there, it can teleport there to take it. But it can't teleport unless it's there. And then the last piece is the king. So this one moves basically, but then if it's inside the circle, it can teleport to this one, whenever it chooses.
But you have to be careful of it because it's your king, right?
Yeah.
So working on the check system, like in chess, you need to protect.
No. That's not fair, Shell. I'm super mad at you. You get a share.
Excuse me, don't you guys have a move?
It's your time.
I
It's your turn.
It's okay. I think I explained it pretty well. I don't know.
Shell, I really think you.
I pre-purchased them. She pre-purchased them. Pre-ordered. Thank you.
I really think you should share. It's not fair at all.
You had the ability to pre-order them.
I didn't know that. I thought that you had to buy it in the bars or the booster.
I might be able to help you.
That's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't really know what else to say. Yeah.
Okay, so I had a question about this one. You said it can.
Okay, we're gonna go to another boost. It's a cross-core video called Cross Labs made by Justin and Ella, and they are explaining scientific concepts in a fun and easy way.
1, will cease to exist before we get that way of technology. 2, we won't actually end up running that technology due to ethical reasons. Or are there? Is simulation theory all that different?
Sorry, guys.
Now, this might bug you. As it does me.
It is difficult to come to the realization that the universe in all its glory does not simply exist for us. We are independent.
What does the math teacher
Heavy mass
think?
distorting the space-time continuum. this is really making it less of a bummer. But so what? If our reality is all we seem to know and experience, then to us, it's all that matters.
If we're merely a speck in the universe, then we can do whatever we want because it will all seem insignificant in the trillions of years after it ceases.
Hey, that sounds a lot like nihilistic nihilism.
Sure does.
I mean, if our universe has no purpose, then we get to dictate what its purpose is.
That's a horrible ending.
Rick and Morty? You just got cracked.
That's so great.
Where are they?
The green screen.
Huh?
In the green screen.
No, where are
Oh,
they
now.
I mean, I know it's real, and I know that I'm holding it, but I don't really know that it's really.
Hey, there is another person watching us. Say hello. New person. Oh, this is your phone.
No, yeah, that's bigger. There's very close to me over there.
Okay, we're gonna go to see Lily White singing her single. Another one! Another one! That was amazing! Say hello to your fans online. Another one!
Again.
Yeah, do it!
Another one.
Do it!
Freya.
Freya! Freya!
Big chance.
Gordon, another one! Yeah, my phone is also there. What are you waiting for? Oh.
Let me just check this quickly.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Can you make a video? I don't have battery.
I don't have a phone.
Say to you. Okay, we're gonna move to the other side with the boots. Hello, new person that joined us. I hope you enjoy our boots.
What?
Okay, here is Charlotte's. Here is Rayleigh's. This is Kim. I don't know whose is this. Sewing, Colin, and Paula. This is Paula's, but these are the French projects. I'm gonna go in detail in a while. I don't know what we have here. Oh, the feminist project of Ava. What is this, guys?
This is Mars.
This is Mars.
People are just technology. Yeah.
And here we have Kronos.
And butter. So when you sip this, keep it in mind.
Kronos is a group of students.
They've already been here.
Oh, but there are new people.
They have been here for like half.
Say hi to your fans. Kronos is making coffee because they are really good at making coffee, but not cappuccinos.
The machine.
There are no cookies anymore from Saki's experiment. Where are the cookies? No more cookies? Now it's your turn. I did it for a long time.
Wait, so what have you went through?
Everywhere, but now you have to go in detail. You're doing a...
What?
You have to keep your audience looking forward. You cannot move them everywhere around because they're gonna get dizzy. You're gonna get dizzy if he moves you around.
Maybe my project's about roller coaster. No, it's not. Just kidding. Let's just go around. Wait, so Vega, what have you already went through? Have you already went through anything here?
I've shown them everything, but not in detail.
Okay, so you're just going around, not really letting people talk.
Now you go in detail.
Charlie?
If I could write my capstone in poetry, I would totally pass.
Oh wait, what? You didn't talk about your project?
Yeah. You guys saw it on the live stream already, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's under there. So do you want to go more in detail, like why do you decide to do this or something like that?
So I decided to do this because I really wanted to get my scuba diving license.
Oh.
And when I was in Thailand, I saw a lot of dead coral. Not dead coral.
Oh, yeah.
Just like sleeping coral. So I wanted to kind of write a poem giving coral a voice. And that's what I did.
Yeah. There's sharks. Karina, do you want to talk about yourself? Not yourself, but.
About your project.
I'm Karina Olson. I'm blah blah blah.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I can talk about my project if you want.
Or yourself, because we need content.
Oh, or myself. Hi, my name is Karina Olson. I'm a senior at TGS. This is my third year here.
Sure.
I'm from Tennessee in the United States. This term, I've been really looking into Mars and how us humans are going to live there in the future. It's not. This is a work in progress, but I did a lot of research into what Mars is like, simple facts like that, but then also how it'll affect the human race biologically. And then how we're gonna get there, and other things like how we're gonna live there. And this is just what I've done so far.
Ooh. So why did you decide to do this in the first place?
I really like outer space, and I think that's where we're gonna live in the future. So
Oh, you think?
we gotta learn how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges of living on Mars?
Hello, Karen and Rovina.
We might achieve living elsewhere. And it's interesting. No, but about ourselves, we might need to change ourselves.
Oh yeah, well, there's really cool things. Well, designer DNA is a really big topic of discussion. And it's the whole idea that we can go in and use the CRISPR modification device thing. It's a thing that you can go into your DNA and change your DNA.
Oh, wow.
And one topic of discussion, because on Mars there's no magnetosphere, which means there's a lot of radiation, and also gravity is about, I don't know exactly, it's a lot less than that. And that can affect humans in ways that were not affected on Earth, which can change our biology basically. And we don't really think you can live at the amount of radiation levels that we have on Mars now.
We have really thick atmosphere
But
here.
the thing is that there have been, topics of discussion that say we could use CRISPR to go in and change our DNA so that we can live on Mars without having to change anything else.
What about like artificial gravity, like magnetism? Like if we found the
Gotta get coffee.
what if we injected more blood around? Like
Oh, have mine. I'm thinking too. I'm learning.
Which one do I put it in?
Anyone, I will know what you mean.
Anand, what do you think about this?
About which one?
The whole thing.
The whole thing? Absolutely amazing. If you've seen the journey home.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
The experience performance.
Yeah.
Stunning. Amazing job. Talked to Kronos, some really good coffee.
Oh yeah, we've been in Kronos for only 10 minutes.
Sarcasm.
Actually, yeah, where's Riley? I really want Riley to be here in the film. Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean like where is she? So people are like instead of like
Where's Miss Everson?
Yeah, like I'm just, so impressed with like what my mentee has been able to do. And then, but look at this. I really like how she started off with smaller text. More writing there. Then, as she got a little tired, just increased the size of the text.
Rovina, you're talking to the public space. You don't talk like that to the public. Maybe you just need to fit more in.
And then, but for the reader as well, like
It's just easier to
you
read.
start off with a lot of motivation.
You
Got a
lose
lot to
motivation.
read as you go on more pictures. It's very good. I like it.
Are you talking about rhetoric? Funny.
Amazing job here.
Oh yeah.
It will be
Sharp.
online soon, and you will be able to read this amazing satire
Oh yeah.
endangered sharks.
Actually, where's the Riley? Where's the Riley herself? Oh, there's a lot of them here. It looks really legit too. Rovina, what do you think about this showcase so far? That's not how you answer that.
I'm not very good at talking. Huh? I know. Do you feel like you've been through the Swiss radio?
Yeah, I'm just gonna come here. Hello, Paula. You want to talk about yourself and your project? Yeah, but on behalf of your team. Okay.
This is our URF. We worked with them back in Japan. They are the Radiation Effect Research Foundation. They basically look into radiation levels and how they affect your health. Based on, they're based on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And the others, that's Colin, Sohn, and me, are working with them to do their marketing online as interns. So we just became official interns.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. And this is a marketing strategy. It's very long. Very, very long. We wrote all that in Japan.
Oh, you did? Oh, wow. That's
Explaining
impressive.
all our videos and why they should
Oh, wait.
do
Oh, wow, okay.
certain things to have like good marketing and a good image online.
Wow.
Yeah. And then that's a new animation that we made for them. Yeah.
You know, like
That's still on the process of being edited.
Beyonce's like Lemonade.
Let me go through from the beginning again.
That poet like kind of like do like the transitions, but like
Yeah.
Where can we find radiation? Radiation is found anywhere and everywhere as long as we live on Earth. We will always be exposed to small amounts. When flying in an airplane round trip from Japan to New York City, passengers are exposed to about 0.1 milligram radiation.
What would you like to show?
In the SI system, a millisievert, MSV, is defined as the average accumulation background radiation dose to an individual for 1 year, exclusive of radon. In the United States, 1 millisievert, MSV, is the dose produced by exposure to 1 milligram
Got the idea.
mg of radiation. Even buildings and houses emit radiation. Radon, which is a decay product of radium-226, is emitted in large quantities from buildings and houses. Radiation is even emitted from our own bodies. The radioactive element most
Do you want to be back here for like the closing ceremony?
potassium-40.
We've been around. Thank you for watching. Now we have booths, and we are gonna
Sign off for now. Yeah.
that you've seen enough.
Yeah, this is all we have for today. So thank you for sticking around with us, and see you in the next showcase. Yay!